a good view for you? Okay, awesome. Yeah. Okay. 2020, 2021 MMI bootcamp. Here we go. Oh, we're being recorded, we're being broadcast. This is technology today.
You're welcome.
It's a little something to remind you that you made it.
Aww.
Good job.
That's a little mini trophy.
The first of many trophies.
Good job.
Trophies, thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. You survived. Congratulations.
We got one for you.
That's cute.
There you go.
That's cute.
So, here's what you need to do. Okay? So, what's the first color?
Yellow.
That means, very good. One person needs to go through the yellow all the way through. Okay? Hold on. So, let me demonstrate. For example, Benji, do you mind crossing through yellow?
Under.
Yep. No, you can't touch it. Can't touch it.
You go under.
Yep. Well,
You can't
don't
fit through
hurt yourself. Just go.
Oh, man.
It's just early in the
Keep
morning.
going. Yeah. Okay, good. So say Benji was first, and then say Brooke was second, right? So what's Brooke's color? Brown. So I have to, so whatever your team decides to do, Brooke needs to go through brown all the way through. Alternate. You cannot have the same person going under. You have to be one person, another person, another person. Eventually, once everybody's, well, I don't want to say, it's a teamwork thing, right? So the more I say, the more I spoil it. So the rule is you need to have one person go under that color in this order. In this team, Mr. Holt will say the go, I'll just simply play the music. Ready? Get set.
Y'all got this. Y'all got this. Wait till. If we was trying to.
In unity, working together is going to be a solid group. And to remind you that today we started this award that we're going to give out to a person in the group who's demonstrating humility and unity.
Oh, it's like the wood.
Up to today, I couldn't see humility and unity in the group, right? Because you were not here. But I thought that today we will award this award to a person who did a lot to get back in here, and I know everybody did a lot to get back in here. So again, it's not about breaking the unity. Oh, I can't use that word now. No, it's about seeing something and they're like, wow, that person really did something this week that it really brings and gets us going. That's the idea of this award. So if you get the award, then what you do is you click it to your backpack or to your bag or whatever you carry around, right? And then this should remind you, especially if it crinkles like this, it should remind you, like, yes, let's keep kicking this in. During the week that you are the one carrying the award, you're the one who's in charge of keeping an eye on everybody else to see who deserves this award on Monday morning. If you don't have that word and you notice somebody, you can bring it up to that person. Hey, did you notice this person? They did this, and oh, really? Oh, wow, yeah, maybe she, like input. But really, the person who has the word is the person who gives the word on Monday morning. During director's hour. Okay? And the professor might say that too. If I notice something, I might go to the person who has the word. Hey, did you notice this about this person? Now, we're not telling you who to give it to, we're just giving you an idea. You might have another person in mind, or you have observed something else. But the idea of this award is to keep humility and unity fresh in MMI. Okay? So this first time, I like to give the award to somebody who was very nervous about coming back because things were really hard getting out of the country. And finally, he was able to make it over. So I like to give the humility and unity award to Gabriel.
Wait, what?
A toy, and then that kind of you have an affinity to for some reason, and tell us why. So, or make up a story, or tell us what you did this summer.
I just hold the green.
Whatever that thing is,
Like tennis cards.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm just wondering who's gonna get the paper.
Fix it.
The fall one over there with the like red.
Yes, Bob.
Maybe go back to the childhood.
Honestly, I chose that because I thought it was the cutest until I saw the little dog, but it's green, so it reminds me of my mom since that's her favorite color. It made me realize how much I miss her actually.
Aww.
Already?
Yeah, I didn't go home for summer.
Oh.
First animation I did for a company for food. And so, it was something simple, just like moving, and so it shows how far I've come in 3D animation so far. So, afford to pull on.
Well, in my awkward high school phase, I used to carry around a kazoo in my backpack. And
Is this true?
It could be.
And,
You can't ask if it's true. Come on.
and I would play it in class, and on the last day of school, I had a 79 in my English class, and I really wanted to bump my grade, and I asked if I could do a kazoo solo in front of the whole class for extra credit, and she let me. And I did it.
When I was 5 years old, my sister was 8. We went and cleaned offices, to make some extra money for our parents. And somehow we got to keep $3 of it each. I don't really know how that. But to me, it was a good deal because I was 5. So I was like, $3, like shoot. So every week, we go to Walmart and we'd be able to buy 2 Hot Wheels cars, and then every 2 weeks we'd be able to buy 3. And then what I did is I actually kept all of those Hot Wheels that I had as a kid, and now I own every single real car in my car dealership of the Matchbox cars. I'm into Hot Wheels.
You got to a crazy turn.
I mean, I just remember from my childhood, going to stores and seeing those giant shelves near the checkout aisle with these types of cars. I always grab one and be like, Mom, please buy this for me. And I'd always take out the doors like that, maybe wings so I could fly. And then also, I know everyone has a different name for this type of car. For me, it was always Punch Buggy. And so every time we saw one, we would always hit each other as hard as we could.
Yeah. What was that called? It's called. There was another name for that. Slug bug. There we go.
Yeah, but I was kind of
I'll open it for you. This is called the Advanced Media Equipment Office.
Yeah, I've just been listening.
Come on in. If you have a mask on, we'll be fine. Okay. That's great. Okay, so this is the advanced equipment office. The only people that get to use the equipment that's in this room are MMIers and seniors. Okay, but mostly MMIers. Films, and what we do is when you guys will be divided into teams, and so when you have team A, team B, and you have a shoot the next morning, then he assembles all the equipment and he puts it in here. And this is like the equipment bay.
So cool in there.
What's the friends?
So come on in. So as you can see, there's a line in the floor. So this is group 2, this is group 1. So when you have a shoot that comes up, he'll put everything, all the carts, everything in here, and then this will be like group 1, group 2, and because that has a key code on it, then as soon as it's your time to check out your equipment, or if you have to bring it back from a shoot, you can set it here and here and have it in a locked environment. It doesn't have to be sitting in the back of your car, which we highly discourage. So these are called that room and the smaller room are called collaboration rooms. So as you go throughout the semester and you're starting to meet with clients, like if you're doing a project for a client, you can reserve this room, the collaboration room. This is the community room, which is really meant for communication majors. But the collaboration rooms can be scheduled. So if you're scheduled for a meeting, like you have a client, or say your team that's doing the film wants to meet together in a room that has a table, you can reserve that room, and then you come in, and if somebody else is in there, you say, we have this room reserved, and you can boot them out. Okay, so collaboration room, community room.
Boot them out?
You know that I've already had it, so thank God.
Me too.
So this is the MMI room. Hopefully by spring semester we'll be able to be in here and we'll get over this whole pandemic. But until then, this is your room. You guys can come out here and hang out. And as you see, the tables are all kind of spread out 6 feet apart. It's an honor system. We're not going to be checking up on you. But this is your room. This is where you hang out. A lot of times people sit around and edit. Yeah. So okay. And you guys you've worked with the film sets before, so you guys know that. Across the hall is a prop closet. There's a bunch of props in there. So you guys have already been through that space. All right, let's walk this way. So this is the post-production edit suite. As of now, you guys have earned the right to be in this room. Yeah, so this room is a schedulable room, which is basically means that once you start working on projects, you'll want to schedule this room. And this is really for finishing. So we call it a post-production edit suite, but it's really the finishing suite. So once you have your films, you've got your rough cut down, you're ready to sweeten the coloring and the audio mixing, you'll use this room and the room across the hall. So this is really where you can see on a larger screen, you can see it on a bigger screen, you can color correct. This is a DaVinci Resolve coloring interface. So really this is like the place that everybody aspires to be in. This is set up just like any other edit suite you would see in a professional environment, where you have a couch for the client to hang out. That coffee table folds up to a desk. If you grab the back part, it'll fold up like a desk, so you can set your laptop on it and work while your editor is doing all their stuff. Because editing, as you've all probably realized, can be very laborious. You keep going over the same piece of audio for 20 times. And so when you have, what's that?
You get tired of hearing it. Like
Does
when
it
you,
get-
like if especially if you have a soundtrack or something.
Oh, as far as the audio level or the temperature of the room?
Don't even worry about
Okay.
it.
No, I mean these are Genelecs. These are like $900 speakers. They're called near field speakers, which meant they're meant to be up real close to them, and you can hear the full volume. So the cones are a wide dispersion pattern. There's a 500 terabyte drive right there behind that. And that's where you'll put your storage, 500 terabytes. Yeah.
And
And that's where you'll load all your stuff. Like when you start doing your final films, you'll have the footage on your computer. You'll have it on your portable hard drive. You'll have it on the cloud. And then the third or the fourth place is you'll come over here and you'll load it on this drive so that it's a safety backup. Come on in.
Let's drop an album.
Okay, so some of you have already worked in this room. Come on in. Everybody got a mask on there. If you look up, this is the only thing that I left in this room from what it used to look like. Is somebody took lighting gels and they cut each individual lighting gel out to make it look like stained glass, and then left out the letters in the mine. So this is the out there. That's the Foley room. So you're going to do all your footsteps, doors slammings, punches, gunshots, whatever, phone, all kinds of sounds that you'll use for your film. The difference between an amateur film and a professional film is a lot of it's about audio. It's about idiosyncrasies of as far as like, there's that word again.
We better use that big
We
word.
gotta make sure it says idiosyncrasies.
Idiosyncrasies. Good. So it's about nuance. It's about like footsteps and leather crinkling when somebody pulls their jacket. All that kind of stuff is just these really, nuanced pieces that you'll see the difference between a professional and amateur film. So in advanced audio production, Mr. Steele will actually teach you a lot about this room. This is a Pro Tools setup. That's the Pro Tools interface. It's a lot like an audio board, but it interfaces with Pro Tools. So you'll learn Pro Tools in advanced audio. You'll do some ADR, which is automatic dialogue replacement. And so it's where you do a period piece. And there's a plane that flies over, and obviously there was no planes in 17 something. So you'll have to redo the dialogue, and so that's what you'll do in here. He'll give you a couple pieces where you'll take a piece from a film, and you'll have to replace all the dialogue, all the sound effects, all the Foley, and that's what you'll do in this room. So this room used to be like purple, and it was like black flat splatter paint on the walls. It was very much like somebody had an LSD trip in here. Whoa, man, it's painted purple. That's what it looked like. So I came in here. Yeah. It was like to have somebody have a flashback. So yeah, it's this is a cool room. Okay, let's go that way. How many have never been in this room before? Okay.
I was in here doing a little
I actually was here for about 2 years, and Roger Bush said, "Hey, you realize there used to be an edit suite back in the Foley room?" And I'm like, so that you guys know most of the spaces that we have. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit more in here. Things are going to get changed up a little bit this year because of the truck. There's some of the TV production, advanced TV production that you're going to be doing is you're going to be producing some of the games. So as of now, like we've just been pretty much covering the game and putting it on the air, but we're going to keep upping the level, especially as we get into basketball. There's a lot of production that we'll have to be doing, so we're going to be doing a lot of that. So, like I said, sent you guys the pictures. We've actually acquired a remote TV truck. It's a 35-foot truck. And it's basically like a control room on wheels. So it'll be a little bit easy on us. Some of the cameras are bigger, so that'll take us a little bit more time. But like for soccer, we'll basically park the truck behind the AC, in between the AC and the stadium, and hook it up, and it'll be pretty much there for the season. And then we're also gonna do some volleyball games. So we're doing soccer, we're doing volleyball, basketball, and baseball. So right now we're still kind of waiting to see what the NCAA says as far as the schedule in the Summit League. We're probably going to have a delayed start. Whereas originally we were supposed to be doing our first soccer game like this weekend.
Wow.
So.
So
That was quite a morning. I mean, it was nice, and to get that mini award, I don't like. I'm shocked. I'm just shocked. But time to head back to the dorm. Just relax, and then fix my phone. And I have a surprise.